Hello, everyone. Welcome to another logic tutorial made in Dreams by yours truly, Jimmy Cultist. Today we're going to be covering the subject of falling, as requested recently by one of our viewers. It's basically how to make it, well, you'll see. It's how to cover almost everything to do with falling. Now, anybody who's familiar with Dreams knows that if you take a puppet and you're just too high, you're just going to disappear and fall off like so. What you may not know is what controls this falling behavior in Dreams puppets. I mean, you might know it. I'm not saying anything. It sounds good. But anyway, it's actually this little thing here called fell out of scene. It's connected to die, and your is dead setting, which comes from the controller sensor, is connected to respawn, which is what causes you to see that that blurriness, because all that, you know, that blurry effect, all it is really is just your respawn state. If you wanted it to be something else that wasn't that, it could easily be a black respawn state. And frankly, if you disconnect respawn from the fall behavior entirely, you'll just be dead. Or you'll just fall eternally. That's another one that happens. And you'll live through that. I wouldn't really advise that, because your camera will still be stuck way high in the air. However, you can connect fail out of scene to a destroyer, which will result in your permanent demise, which I don't really know why you'd want that either. Most people like to respawn when they die. But just in case you're interested, another thing you can do is disconnect this from die, in which case you'll just, as you can see, fall forever. But even if you move, you'll have that camera problem again. You could also connect it directly to respawn, which basically doesn't change anything. You'll just respawn as normally. As normal, I should say, not normally. But what I really want to get to is the possibilities for just, you know, suppose you don't want to have this falling problem. Suppose you would like to land and actually, you know, not be in that precarious situation. Well, or maybe you would like to have the fell out of scene still connected, but not, you know, not have fall damage unless it's an empty space or something. But basically, there is a way to modify how far you can fall before that kicks in. And it's in the global settings. Just stamp this little thing out here. I usually put a chip in the world that holds the lighting and everything else, but we're just going to do it this way for now. And right here you'll see adjust fall distance. So you can make it incredibly short or incredibly long. Literally just a small, you know, fall into a small ditch and this thing could kill you. Or you can make it gigantic, practically reassuring that you can survive any fall from any height. And the camera will follow you if you do this. So that's great if you want to make, like, say, a Mario game. Most Mario games don't have fall damage that I remember, so yeah, pretty keen, right? Now let's test it without anything and see how far we could fall before we die. Pretty far. So you can still fall into deep pits, but at the same time, you're saved in that regard. Now there's a few other things I'd like to talk about falling. For instance, you can manually trigger when you want to fall or die. Like, say this doesn't do it for you. Say you want maximum fall height, but you want him to die, you know, in a certain pit without having him fall so far through the level. All you gotta do is create this thing called Deep Pit. It's a tag connected to his respawn attribute. Oh, don't want that. But basically tags, when they come into contact with a zone that's labeled properly, like this one will be, it'll create an effect where it triggers the same outcome, just, you know, sooner, and you can control it with these zones. Like so. Pretty nifty, if I do say so myself. But that's pretty much all there is that I have to cover on the subject of falling for now. Now, there are some other things that can be done. For instance, custom fall animations and stuff like that. It's something I might cover in the future because it's a very interesting subject. Thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts, leave a comment, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. If you would like to support us financially, consider clicking the join button to become a member and unlock perks. You can also leave a super thanks in the comments, which we would appreciate, or a one-time donation on Ko-fi, link in the description. That's all for now. Goodbye.